The tools of measurement of epidemiology, there are three tools, rate, ratio, and proportion. So here the ratio, if we say it is x by y, then x and y are completely two different entities. But in case of proportion and ratio, the numerator is the part of denominator. So, uh, rate and proportion are kind of mm, similar into to remember, but in case of ratio, it is different. So, if you see the examples, the ratio, in case of ratio, we can say the MMR, which is the maternal mortality ratio, and in case of rate, it is MMR, which is maternal mortality rate, and proportion prevalence is also prevalence, but rate incidence is a rate incidence, but here is confusion, that is a case fatality rate. Case fatality rate is a proportion, not a not a case fatality rate. So it is not a rate; it is a proportion. So this and the prevalence, it can be rate, it can be ratio, it can be proportion. So it should be remembered that prevalence is also rate, also ratio, and also proportion. We should move to the next part. Now we will see the measures of morbidity. There are actually two, which are incidence and prevalence. Incidence and prevalence. The incidence is the number of new cases per unit time. So it is only the new cases, number of new cases per unit time. Okay. Now the prevalence is including the new cases along with the old cases, with the old cases. Prevalence can be of two types. One is the point prevalence, one is the period prevalence. One is the period prevalence and one is the period prevalence. So point prevalence is in a specific time. So it will be measured in a specific time, but it will be measured in a specific period of time. Okay. Okay, it is the all cases. It is the only the new cases. It is the new plus all cases, and point prevalence will be in a particular time, and the point prevalence, that is period prevalence, will be in a specific time, in a big period of time. And the relation between them is the P equals to I into D, which is prevalence equals to incidence into the duration, the time of duration. P equals to I into D. This should also be remembered. There is a relation between prevalence and incidence, which is P equals to I into D, where P is the prevalence, I equals to incidence, and D is the mean duration, which you should remember. D is the mean duration here. So P equals to I into D. This is the relation between incidence and prevalence. There is a thing to remember, which is in a disease, there will be there will be incidence and prevalence. Incidence will be the new cases, and prevalence will be including both the new and the old cases. So in that scenario, if a new treatment arises which only increases the longevity of life but does not cure the disease, in that cases, what will be the effect on the incidence and prevalence? So this thing we will learn here. So if there is a new treatment, and it only causes increase the lifespan, but not recovery. In the lifespan and no recovery. recovery. In that case, we what will be incidence and prevalence. So we should remember that if it is a communicable disease, we will communicable disease, or if it is a non-communicable disease, we have to remember, we have to look after that communicable disease. So if it is a communicable disease, then what will be there? Then the incidence and prevalence both will increase. Then the incidence and prevalence both will be increased. But if it is a non-communicable disease, in that case, only the prevalence will increase, but the incidence will be the same. Incidence will be the non-communicable disease, means it is not spreading, but here it is a communicable disease, so it is continuously spreading among the community. So that is why the incidence also increasing and the prevalence is also increasing. But in non-communicable disease, there is no increment in the new cases, so the prevalence will only increase, but the incidence will be the same. Okay.